Chickens are the default starter animal for every homesteader. But what if they are actually one of the worst choices for profit? Feed costs are rising, egg prices are crashing, predators are everywhere, and 7 animals outperform chickens on space, time, and money. Here is what experienced farmers raise instead. Number 1. Guinea fowl turn the idea of farm animal profit on its head by making money before you ever collect an egg. In tick-heavy regions, a flock of guinea fowl can bring in $500 or more per property each season, not from selling meat or eggs, but by providing pest control as a paid service. These birds devour hundreds of ticks, Japanese beetles, and grasshoppers daily, slashing Lyme disease risk and saving neighboring properties from expensive chemical sprays. For many small farmers, this service income alone outpaces the entire annual profit from a typical backyard chicken flock. Feed costs, the silent killer of chicken profits, barely register here. During the summer, guinea fowl meet 80 to 100% of their nutritional needs by foraging. That means near zero feed bills for months at a time, while chickens keep racking up expenses in the coop. Even in less pest-heavy seasons, their appetite for weed seeds and bugs keeps costs low and gardens healthy. Guinea eggs command $6 to $8 per dozen at specialty markets, well above standard chicken egg prices. Their meat, lean and gamey, sells for $8 to $12 per pound to gourmet buyers and local restaurants. But the real kicker is their natural alarm system. Loud, piercing calls warn off predators and trespassers, providing a layer of farm security chickens simply cannot match. Hardier than most poultry, guinea fowl rarely fall victim to disease or harsh weather, further reducing losses. With a grow-out period of just 12 to 16 weeks for meat birds and a reputation for thriving on what the land provides, guinea fowl flip the script on what a starter livestock should deliver. Instead of chasing egg prices or fighting feed bills, these birds let landowners monetize pest control, cut input costs, and tap into premium markets, all in a single season. The only caveat is their noise level is not for everyone, and local ordinances may limit numbers. But for those who can keep them, guinea fowl turn every acre into a revenue stream long before the first egg hits the basket. In second place, quail compress the entire cycle of farm profitability into just a few square feet and a few short weeks. While chickens take 5 to 6 months to start laying, quail reach full maturity at only 6 to 8 weeks. That means you can go from hatching to market-ready birds or eggs in less than 2 months, turning a profit before most chicken pullets have even found the nesting box. Each hen produces 250 to 300 eggs a year, with many small-scale producers reporting even higher numbers under optimal conditions. At farmers markets and specialty stores, quail eggs fetch $5 to $10 per dozen, double or even triple the price of standard chicken eggs. Demand is fueled by gourmet chefs, health-conscious buyers, and cultural markets that prize their mild flavor and unique nutritional profile. Space requirements are almost comically small. 1 square foot per bird is all it takes. That is a quarter of what chickens require, making quail the go-to choice for anyone with limited land or an urban backyard. In fact, many city codes that ban or restrict chickens allow quail, since they are quieter, less messy, and produce no crowing to upset neighbors. Their compact size also means less feed, less waste, and minimal odor, attributes that appeal to both landlords and local regulators. Processing quail for meat is straightforward and can often be done at home under custom exemption rules, sidestepping the complex regulations that trip up poultry novices. For anyone chasing reliable cash flow, the numbers are hard to ignore. A small rack of wire cages in a garage or shed can house dozens of birds, each producing hundreds of eggs annually. With local egg prices holding strong and a steady market among foodies and restaurants, quail deliver consistent returns on a fraction of the space and time chickens demand. The only caveat is that their tiny eggs require a bit more handling, and some consumers may need education on how to use them. But for speed, density, and legal flexibility, Quail turn every spare nook into a high-yield microfarm, proving that in small-scale agriculture, the fastest way to profit is not always the biggest bird. Third on our list, rabbits transform backyard protein production into a high-efficiency system that leaves chickens in the dust. With a breeding cycle as short as 30 days, a single doe can produce 8 to 12 kits per litter and repeat this process up to 7 times a year. That means more than 200 pounds of lean, mild-flavored meat from one rabbit each year on just a fraction of the feed and space chickens require. The numbers on feed conversion are hard to ignore. For every 3 pounds of feed, rabbits deliver 1 pound of meat, while poultry often needs 4 or 5 pounds for the same result. This efficiency is not just theoretical, it is backed by decades of production records and feed invoices from small-scale breeders across the country. Beyond meat, rabbits offer a second revenue stream that chickens cannot touch: pelts. Depending on breed and quality, pelts can fetch $5 to $15 each from craftspeople and specialty markets, adding a layer of profit that most poultry operations miss entirely. Their manure is another asset. Unlike chicken droppings, rabbit manure is safe to apply directly to gardens without composting, delivering nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium in a slow-release form that will not burn plants. For market gardeners and home growers, this closed-loop system means less money spent on fertilizer and a healthier soil ecosystem. Housing rabbits is straightforward. They are silent, produce minimal odor when managed well, and require just 2 to 3 square feet per cage. This makes them ideal for urban or suburban homesteads, where noise and smell restrictions can shut down a chicken project before it starts. Processing regulations for rabbit meat are often less strict than for poultry, allowing more flexibility in direct-to-consumer sales at farmers' markets or through community-supported agriculture programs. The main caveat is that rabbits need careful management to avoid heat stress and must be protected from predators. For those willing to learn the basics, rabbits deliver faster, more reliable returns than nearly any other small livestock, turning every month into a harvest, and every handful of feed into real, bankable profit. Number 4. Ducks quietly outperform chickens on nearly every metric that matters to a working homestead. Where chickens drop off in winter or during heat waves, certain duck breeds, like the Khaki Campbell, keep laying over 300 eggs a year. That is a steady supply, even when daylight hours shrink and temperatures plunge below freezing. Duck eggs do not just match chicken eggs in quantity, they far exceed them in price. At farmers' markets and to local chefs, a dozen duck eggs routinely sells for $8 to $12, more than double what most backyard chicken keepers can hope for. This premium holds even when chicken egg prices collapse, making ducks a hedge against the kind of price volatility that has become common in the poultry market. The numbers on startup and production are just as compelling. Ducks reach laying age in about 20 to 24 weeks, only a few weeks behind most chickens, but with far less seasonal downtime. They thrive in wet, muddy conditions that turn chicken runs into disease factories, shrugging off cold snaps and heavy rains that would send a flock of hens into a laying slump. Disease rates in ducks are lower, and they are less prone to common poultry parasites. Feed costs are kept in check by the duck's appetite for pests. A flock will clear out slugs, snails, and mosquito larvae, protecting gardens and reducing the need for chemical controls. This natural foraging cuts feed bills, especially in the spring and summer, and delivers a second layer of value for market gardeners who struggle with pest infestations. For those selling produce, offering slug control as a service can even become a side income. Ducks do need access to water for optimal health and egg quality, and their housing must be managed to avoid muddy messes. But with a little planning, they deliver year-round eggs, premium prices, and reliable pest control, all with less drama than chickens. For anyone tired of watching egg production crash every winter or pouring money into medicated feed, ducks offer a steady, climate-resilient path to profit. Number 5. Pigeons, specifically squab, turn the idea of farm animal housing on its head by stacking profit vertically instead of spreading it out across the yard. In a well-designed loft, a single breeding pair can produce 12 to 16 squab each year, with each bird ready for market in just 4 weeks. That speed of turnaround is almost unheard of in livestock, and it happens in a footprint as small as half a square foot per adult bird. Where chickens sprawl and scratch, pigeons climb and cluster using cubic feet instead of square feet, a game changer for anyone with limited land or urban constraints. The economics are hard to ignore. Gourmet restaurants and specialty markets pay $15 to $25 per squab, with demand often outstripping local supply. Unlike chicken or duck, squab occupies a rarefied niche, tender, mild, and prized by chefs for its quick cooking, rich flavor. In regions with established chef-buyer networks, producers regularly sign standing contracts, guaranteeing a market for every bird raised. Even small-scale lofts can gross thousands annually, with far less daily labor than a comparable chicken operation. Feed costs stay low, especially in rural or semi-rural areas where pigeons supplement with foraged seeds and grains. The bird's rapid growth, reaching market size in just 4 weeks, means cash flow is both steady and fast, minimizing the wait between investment and return. Vertical loft design is the secret weapon here. By stacking nest boxes and perches, a producer can raise dozens of pairs in the footprint of a modest garden shed. Clean out and care are streamlined, with production logs showing consistent yields month after month. Processing regulations are often lighter or absent for squab, since most states treat them differently from poultry, allowing direct sales to restaurants or consumers with minimal red tape. That legal flexibility, combined with the lack of market competition, makes squab an attractive entry point for new and experienced farmers alike. The one caveat is that the gourmet market is specialized. Success depends on building relationships with chefs or high-end buyers willing to pay for quality. But for those who can tap into this demand, pigeons offer a high-dollar, low-footprint, year-round revenue stream, proof that stacking profit vertically can be just as powerful as spreading it out. Number 6. Bees rewrite the rules of small-scale livestock by turning a couple square feet into a dual-income powerhouse. Instead of pouring money into feed, bees gather their own, working fields and gardens for free, needing no daily rations or expensive supplements. A single healthy hive yields 30 to 60 pounds of honey per year, and raw local honey consistently sells for $12 to $20 per pound. That is $360 to $1,200 in honey alone, all from a footprint smaller than a chicken nest box. But honey is just the start. Bees unlock a second revenue stream that chickens cannot touch: pollination services. Commercial growers, orchardists, and even backyard gardeners pay $100 to $300 per hive per season to boost crop yields. This means a single hive can double as a honey factory and a paid workforce, stacking income streams without extra labor. Add in secondary products like beeswax, propolis, and pollen, each with their own specialty markets, and the numbers keep climbing. Labor is minimal once the hive is established. Most beekeepers spend less than an hour a week on inspections and seasonal maintenance. There is no daily feeding, no mucking out coops, no predator patrols. Bees manage their own foraging, thrive in urban and rural settings alike, and need only basic protection from wind and extreme cold. For those with limited time or mobility, this low-touch model is a game changer. Startup costs for a hive and basic gear often pay back in the first harvest season, thanks to the high retail value of raw honey and the steady demand for pollination. Unlike chickens, there is no risk of feed price spikes eating into margins. The main caution is that bees do require some upfront learning, and local ordinances may set limits on hive numbers or require registration. But for anyone looking to diversify farm income with minimal daily effort, bees offer a rare combination: no feed bills, 2 distinct products, and a proven record of first-year profit. Number 7. Worms, specifically red wigglers, turn the idea of livestock upside down by producing the highest margins per square foot with almost no risk or overhead. In the world of vermiculture, profit comes not from meat or eggs, but from worm castings, a soil amendment so prized by organic growers and gardeners that it routinely sells for $1 to $3 per pound or more than $400 per cubic yard in bulk. Unlike chickens, worms require no commercial feed. They thrive on kitchen scraps, coffee grounds, shredded cardboard, waste that would otherwise head to the landfill. That means feed costs drop to zero, and every pound of casting sold is nearly pure profit. The numbers are hard to ignore. A starter bin of red wigglers can double its population in just 90 days, turning a single tote into a multi-bin operation within months. First harvests of castings can be ready in as little as 3 months, with ongoing yields every few weeks after that. For a small producer, a few bins tucked under a workbench or in a garage can generate hundreds of pounds of castings per year, all from less than 6 square feet of floor space. Worm tea, a liquid fertilizer made by steeping castings, offers another premium product, with urban gardeners and organic farmers paying top dollar for a gallon of this nutrient-rich concentrate. The market for worm products keeps expanding. Gardeners, houseplant enthusiasts, organic farmers, and even fishing shops line up for fresh worms and castings. Sales are direct, with no need for slaughter, refrigeration, or complicated regulations. Startup costs are minimal, and scaling up is as simple as adding another bin. There is no noise, no smell, and no risk of predator attacks wiping out your investment overnight. For anyone looking to pilot a new enterprise, worms offer the fastest payback and the lowest barrier to entry of any livestock on this list. The only real limitation is market saturation in some urban areas, but demand for high-quality castings continues to rise as more people turn to home gardening. No other animal delivers this combination of speed, margin, and simplicity. Chickens are not bad, they are just overhyped. The real profits in small-scale farming come from animals most people overlook. Less feed, less space, less time, more money. Sometimes the best chicken advice is to skip them entirely. Across all 7 alternatives, one pattern is clear. The highest returns per square foot, per dollar, and per hour don't come from chickens. Real profit comes from fast breeding, low-input, niche livestock, turning scraps into premium products, sidestepping feed costs, and thriving where chickens struggle. Chickens aren't bad, they're just overhyped. Sometimes the smartest move in small-scale farming is to skip them entirely. Which animal surprised you most? Drop your thoughts below.